not want to expand the NCAA tournament field, right? It's at 68. You know how I feel. I feel that it's the best sporting event in America. I think it's good. Now, if they go to 72 and add another Dayton place, right, another first four somewhere, is it going to destroy it? Probably not. But I think we all kind of feel, a lot of us feel that it's kind of perfect. Coaches and athletic directors who get bonused on these things, and schools who get money for units certainly want to expand. They want to expand the accessibility. But the NCAA Committee on Men's and Women's Basketball did meet this week to discuss possible expansion of March Madness. And a lot of people were expecting something to come out. There was no immediate decisions. There was no recommendation. Quote, this is from Dan Gavitt, the NCAA Senior Vice President of Basketball. The still viable outcomes include the tournaments remaining at 68 teams or expanding the fields to either 72 or 76 in advance of the 2026 or 2027 championships. That was his quote. I can almost eat 72. I mean, I'm going to eat whatever they feed me. I'm glad that it doesn't sound like 96 or 92 or whatever that number is on the table. Basically, what they're saying is they're going to expand to all the 16s will be play-ins and all the 11 lines will be play-ins, essentially.
Yeah, and this is one that I'm with you. I do not want to see expansion at all. If anything, then add a play-in round. But when you have the powers that be, and especially going back to a comment from Greg Sankey back in May, that he says, quote, I don't accept that the model just continues in the future. So, the dudes with the power are going to be
Greg Sankey being the commissioner of the
SEC.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, we need all of our teams in the NCAA tournament because they can go on a run.
Yeah, and the absolute reason for this is not another spot for a Pac-12 or Mountain West team. Not to get New Mexico State in at large when they go 29-3 and don't win their conference championship. It is to get that 14th SEC team in and that 12th Big Ten team in. This is for more accessibility for the big boys. Do not kid yourself when you think, oh, well, there goes Murray State and they're 30-2. Good for them. They can go play in the CBA or CBI or whatever, or the Crown tournament if somebody wants them. Don't think when Drake goes on a run because they beat Minnesota in a tournament in November somewhere, that's what this is for. This is for the big boys. And I think Greg Sankey made that plenty clear, right? Currently, the first four games involve 16 seeds that automatically qualify. And they involve teams in that 11 and 12 line, right? UCLA made the Final Four as an 11 seed that played in the first four. So, I mean, you can get there, right? It's happened before. Sankey said, I don't accept that the model just continues in the future. That was what he said. You can go ask my colleagues, he continued, in the automatic qualifier conferences, what should happen, and I'm certain they want that split to continue for life. But you got some really, really good teams that I think should be that should be moved into the tournament. Okay. He used the example of North Carolina State advancing to the Final Four where they were an 11 seed in 2023. And how bubble teams from big conferences make long runs. UCLA did it. North Carolina State's done it. Out of low seeds. Well, I mean, what was VMI when they made the run? What was George Mason when they made their run? They were probably low too, right? But if you're not in a big conference, you don't exist. It's tough, man. 505-246-0610. I'll figure out the text line at some point today. JG's on it as well. Guy threw no-hitter through 7+ innings. His team was rolling. He comes out, and his team got rolled. That is one of the toughest losses of the season, maybe one of the biggest wins at the same time. We'll get into that, get you updates on the Wimbledon as well as we go through it. 505-246-0610 here on the opening drive on the Sports Animal. Thinking about remodeling your bathroom. Who do you call? This is one of those where, you've got to trust someone. You don't want to just call that dude who your friend used or I got a recommendation. You can have an absolute nightmare. you got to call someone you can trust, someone who is reputable, someone who is not going to come in with high pressure. That is local Rebath. Went by Rebath's showroom a couple weeks ago. Loved what they have. Was super, super impressed. They will send out a design consultant to your home. There's no high pressure on this. There's no, you got to buy now. This is when the deal ends. There isn't any of that. That doesn't get it done. You call them, they come out, they look at it, walk through what you want, you get a price. They get it done within a week. That's the other thing. How long does their project take? Forever? That's not how this goes. They get it done within a week. They'll do a full bathroom with it basically 5 days. Bathrooms, kitchens, closets. Their crew is dedicated to your job. So it's not like you've got a crew that's working on 2 or 3 jobs. Sometimes you get a contractor, he's got a job going somewhere else. He doesn't show up to your place for 3 days. A week and a half later, you're going, hey, dude, are you going to finish the job? No. This is reputable. This is a nationwide company with lifetime warranties, but yet they're locally owned and operated. By who? By people I've known for a long time and people you can trust. Former Lobo quarterback Cole McCamey and his wife, Sarah, own the local Rebath. They're operating it. Sarah's a UNM Anderson Business School graduate. You know, Cole is a winner from New Mexico, from Artesia. Now living in Albuquerque, they're raising their family here. It is terrific the way they run through this whole thing. They specialize in full look, full remodel, full bathroom remodels. Give them a call. Go take a look at the website. It's rebath.com, and then on locations, you pick Albuquerque, or you can just give them a call. The number's 505-312-8922. Area code 505-312-8922. You're thinking about a bathroom remodel, the only place to call is Rebath.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Blue Bell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore, just like riding a bicycle. I can pick up the fight, from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both.
Oh wait, there was Nemhart played because his brother got almost as much TV time as Bronny. Aaron, right? But there was some good baseball. And JJ, I flipped over and I was catching Brian Woo's no-hitter. And it was kind of crazy. Brian Woo pitches for the Mariners. And he held the Yankees hitless through 7 innings. He had 5 strikeouts. Came out of the game in the 8th with a 5-0 lead. Jazz Chisholm broke up the no-hitter. And the Yankees began their comeback and got bases loaded and got a 2-out single in the 9th. And then they got a sac fly by Aaron Judge in the 10th. And JJ, I thought one of the most devastating losses of the season because Seattle is still trying to figure out what they are and where they fit and what kind of run they're going to be able to make. And the Yankees, who've been scuffling a little bit and find themselves 2 games behind Toronto of everybody. I mean, again, if you didn't look at the standings, do you know Toronto's leading there? But Seattle's trying to make a run at Houston. I thought it was one of the toughest losses of the season so far that I've seen, and a huge win for the Yankees, who have been taking it a little bit.
I think Seattle's bullpen was just sitting back going, they're not going to need us tonight. We're good.
Right.
And all of a sudden they're like, uh-oh. We got to come in this game, 5-run lead, gone like that. That is a really tough regular season loss.
Yeah, did you watch it in real time? Did you catch any of it? Yeah, I caught it. It was on the MLB Network, and it was just. I've always had an affection for the Mariners just because of the time that I spent up there, but just first of all, Woo was terrific, and I appreciate the fact that they let him go and let him go and let him go until he gave up the hit. I'm never a fan of pulling guys. Excuse me, when they got something like that going. Then that Austin Wells 2-out, 2 RBI single to tie it up, and then when they wiggled out, you started a guy at second base in the extra innings, and they wiggled out of that. And that was a big win for the Yankees. They won 4 in a row after going on a losing streak. Hey, how concerned should people be about the Dodgers and their losing streak, which is now at 6? They really struggled in Milwaukee. The Astros handled them, and they open up a new series today. They're on the road in where they get beat today. I'm not for me. The crazy part about this losing streak, JJ, is the way they've been outscored. They were outscored by 30-something runs over these 6 games, which is like the biggest run differential up to the negative since the 30s or 40s or 50s, when they were still in Brooklyn. Which that's the thing. Now they go to San Francisco and play a Giants team who's been playing pretty well. Is there a reason for concern, or is it just this is, dog days of summer, you hit valleys?
There's certain topics that you talk about, and I could just tell you're like, oh, gosh, I don't want to talk about this. It's me with the Dodgers, man.
Yeah.
We want to talk about baseball, but like any conversation that said concern for the Dodgers goes nowhere. They're still 5 games up. Last 6 in a row, they're 5 games up on the Giants.
Yeah, they are. And they got the Giants now.
And they get swept by the Giants, still be 2 games up on the Giants.
And you're still not worried about it? There's still no
Why would you be worried? It's a billion-game season.
It is a
They have
billion-game season.
all the talent still. The pitchers are going to get healthy. They're going to figure it out down the stretch.
I think you're right. I think you're right. The weird part to this one was the run differential and just how they've been getting smoked. Right, you lose an 18-1 game, and then you lose. It's just kind of crazy. But I think I agree with you. In a 162-game schedule, you're going to have a losing streak. It's kind of how I felt with the Yankees last week when people were losing their mind about the Yankees lost 6 in a row, and is Aaron Boone's job on the line? Every time a guy loses 3 games in a row, they want to fire Aaron Boone. Everybody forgets the guy won a World Series over there. It's so easy to win. I think I agree with you. I guess it's summer and everybody's got to scream that the world's
Well,
ending. At
If you're a Dodgers fan, you want to have, what's going on? Why isn't it clicking? It's right before the All-Star break, man. These guys want to cash out for a few days. However, most of the Dodgers are going to be at the All-Star game anyway, so it's not a time off for them. But you look at Will Smith, Freddie Freeman, Edman when Muncy gets back. Oh, there's Mookie Betts. And Hernandez a little banged up. Pages has been good. The young player coming on. Like, that's the team that's going to figure it out.
Yeah. All right, Alex Bregman has been out since May 24th. The Albuquerque Academy grad had that quad injury. He is expected to go back into the lineup soon. So he's going to take grounders, according to their manager, Alex Cora. And did he pull himself out of the All-Star game? I know he got selected for the All-Star game. But Alex Cora said he will play this weekend. Red Sox play 3 games with Tampa Bay going through Sunday, and Bregman could be activated without a minor league rehab by tonight. Quote from Cora, he's in a great place. We're going to trust the player. My biggest concern is the defensive part of it. The 9 innings out there, going into the dugout, going back and forth, the pop-up down the line, the bunts and all that. But he's checked almost every box. You gain, 5, 6, or 7 at bats in a rehab assignment. So why not get those here in the big leagues, he was saying. I'm fine with that. That's a guy I trust. If a guy tells me I'm ready to go, then I think he's ready to go, and I think he would know his body and know it's not worth going out, a week and a half early just to get back and risk injury. I had not seen this report, and Lee Faria had it on Channel 4 last night, that there's a chance Bregman could opt out of his second year. He signed a 3-year, $120 million deal. And by the way, he was selected to the All-Star team. He will not play in the All-Star game. But Seattle evidently is real interested in throwing a long-term deal at him, according to a report that Lee saw somewhere. I guess he could opt out of his deal after this one. Would that surprise you if he opted out of this? If someone's going to throw a long-term deal at me, it wouldn't surprise me.
No, when you have mega long-term contract offers on the table, which he's going to have, I wouldn't be surprised that it's free agency again.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either. I think he likes where he is. But there's a Yahoo story. There's a bunch of stories. Sports Illustrated has it as well, that maybe the Mariners would want to trade for him and then sign him. But there's a big interest evidently coming out of Seattle for Alex Bregman to go up and play there. It'd be really, really interesting. The story is if he's unable to come to terms on an extension. Remember, he was looking for a 6, 7, 8 year deal. He signed the shorter deal with the outs. If he's unable to, this is the Athletic. If he doesn't come to an extension with the Red Sox, could be traded to the Mariners, Tigers, or Brewers. Red Sox would like to extend Bregman before the trade deadline, but it won't be easy with Scott Boras as his agent. It's interesting. So, you make 3 years, 120? It's a pretty good gelt that he's about to get paid, isn't he? He's about to get paid again, which is, great for him. All right, 505-246-0610. When we get back, JJ, I got one of our listeners took a regular shot at me on social media because my opinion about the stadium and more so football is different than his. So I need to know, maybe we need to roll back the tape. If I have a differing opinion, was I whining about the stadium yesterday? The football stadium? Are those of us who believe that there should be an investment in football, are we whining? Just asking, because I guy took a shot at me on that, and I want to kind of respond to that a little bit. Hey, looking for a place to hold an event. It is July and it's 100 degrees, and I understand it's hard to think about the holiday season, but maybe you're planning your company holiday party. Maybe it's a graduation thing. Maybe it's a birthday thing, an anniversary, whatever. If you got 10 people or 20,000, Albuquerque Convention Center is your spot. They've got incredible, versatile space. The venue offers great food options, easy parking, easy in and out. Your guests are going to be impressed at every turn. It's in downtown Albuquerque, so it's the perfect location to make whatever your event is unforgettable. They've got the space. They've got the flexibility. They will bring every event to life, from small meetings and private gatherings to large expos, conferences, celebrations. The team over at the Albuquerque Convention Center, their service, their catering, it is above and beyond your expectations. We host an event there every year. We take the student athletes for Isleta New Mexico Bowl there. We have an event. They love it. It's easy access. Their staff takes care of us. Just hosted emceed the New Mexico Sports Hall of Fame induction banquet there a couple weeks ago. Food was great. The service was great. The flow was terrific. It's the ideal spot for whatever your event is. Make your vision a reality in a space designed to impress. Be at the center of it all. It's the Albuquerque Convention Center. Their phone number is 505-768-4575, area code 505-768-4575, or you can go online and see it all there at albuquerquecc.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
JJ, sports.WBQ.com. So we got into a little bit of stadium talk, facility talk yesterday. And JJ, you and I and a couple of contributors talking about the football stadium as well. And so there's a particular listener who, he's the guy who says, you know, we shouldn't do football, but if we do, you should just pay the coach $250,000 a year and just stink and exist. And somehow that benefits basketball because he loves basketball, and went on and, you know, told me to stop whining on the social media. And that, you know, there's, you know, this town will never care about football, and they care about the powwow and the wine festival and all those other things way more. And that's where to invest money. Was that whining? Were we whining yesterday?
Well, if we are whining, then this gentleman or individual needs to stop whining about football investments.
Look, because I have a different opinion than yours does not mean that I'm whining. And just because you don't appreciate my opinion or don't concur, and nor do you have to. I think you're wrong. You think I'm wrong. Good. I'm glad you're not running the athletic department. Not investing in football over the years. I guess this is how I have to ask the question. Not investing in football. Not because his thing is we'll never be good. Doesn't matter what we do, we're never going to be good. We're not Boise State. I never said you're Boise State. But his thing is we're just New Mexico. We're never going to be good at football. Although I don't know that he said we're just New Mexico, but he said, you know, we're never going to be good at football. How has not being good at football, not investing, how's that helped your basketball program? Because I'll argue it's hurt you. And you'll say, how has it hurt us? Look, we've gone to the NCAA tournament the last couple of years. Yeah, and now what? Tell me, there's no argument, I don't believe, that the reason you got left behind when the pack split off is because of football. Go ahead and make the argument. Go ahead and tell me somehow your league's better going forward in basketball than it is the one that splintered off. Go ahead, I'm listening.
It's not.
So how?
And it's not even, and to your point, which hammers this home even more, it's not about just straight winning. It's about investment, man. Because I point right at Colorado State. I'm like, there's no reason that if you went kind of recent history, like that should be a shoe-in. But what did they do? Yeah. They invest in their product, brand new stadium, boom. They invested
in their product. They got the stadium. They invested in their athletes and their coaching staff, and they did. I'm not. I've said a million times, investing does not guarantee you will win. Not investing guarantees you will not. And for those, you know, I don't even know why I saw it. I'm so rarely on that social media platform, but I was bouncing around yesterday, and the guy calls me out for whining, and I'm like, I'm not whining if I've got a different opinion than you. And then you went on and whined about what you heard. I'd love to hear how somehow you think not investing in football has helped basketball, and how somehow if you continue to not invest in football, because if you believe this is the last realignment cycle, once again, you are absolutely wrong. You want to be left behind next time too? Because I don't know what next time and the next time and the next time look like. Back in 99 when the Mountain West paired off from the WAC, right? They pulled that middle of the night, and New Mexico was part of it. You were like, that was kind of cool. We got rid of those schools, right? When you were part of it, it was kind of fun back then. And then this time when you were left behind, it wasn't fun. And you can somehow tell me how it's going to be better, and if you believe that, I guess cool. But I would love to hear the argument, JJ, how, and I don't think the Mountain West is going to be a horrible basketball conference. I don't. But I don't know how you can make the argument that what you're going into after this year, and this was Richard Pitino. This is, again, one of the reasons, and again, I don't know that you were going to keep Richard because he was getting paid by leaving. But I don't know how you can make the argument that the Mountain West going forward is somehow better than that league with Gonzaga and San Diego State and Boise State and what they've done. I don't think your league is horrible. And the reason that you're in this boat is what, JJ?
Investment.
In football. And if you don't understand that what's stirring the drink, and then I hear, well, we could just be Gonzaga. Can you? I mean, the drop football people, and we'll just be Gonzaga. There's really kind of one of those. And by the way, where would you play your games? Well, I mean, we could join the Big East. Or we could join.
Unfortunately, that conversation has changed.
Of course it has.
Well, at UC Davis, Grand Canyon, they're in the Mountain West.
Okay. So
they're not playing football, like at that level.
And they're really good in basketball, or is that? I guess I don't understand.
Grand Canyon is.
They're good at basketball. They're not Gonzaga at basketball. They were a good WAC program. They're not Gonzaga. Now maybe they will be. You think that's where they're headed? They've got a nice program. They got a great fan base. They're students. But they're not Gonzaga. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Well, they're not falling on their face without football.
Oh no. And there's plenty of schools that aren't falling on their face. I mean, there's plenty of West Coast Conference schools that are fine. Are they better than New Mexico's program? They're not, are they? I mean, I don't believe they are. Anyway, just had to get that out. You can take your shots at me. I'm a big boy. I'll handle it. I have no problem with it. I just because we have a difference of opinion, I'm trying to respect yours, even though I believe it to be wrong. I'm right here, man. Come get me. I'm right here. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM at AM 610 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Everguard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Everguard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Blue Bell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
And it is triple set point for Fritz, trying to break the serve for Alcaraz. This is pretty good stuff. Watching yesterday with the ladies, I thought was really good, and I guess I learned a little bit that he just broke him. So Fritz wins the second set 7-5. They're one set apiece going into it. I didn't know that there were unwritten rules, or at least this unwritten rule. So Amanda Anisimova beat the top-ranked lady in the world yesterday. And when she beat Aryna Sabalenka, I guess, JJ, there was a point where when you hit when the ball hits the net and trickles over for the point, I guess you're supposed to kind of put your hands up in the air and kind of apologize, even though you didn't do anything wrong. It's like acknowledge, oh, yeah, I got lucky there. Did you know that?
I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. And evidently Sabalenka was upset with Anisimova for not doing that, and that's on her, and she should do that, and whatever. And I'm like, look, man. First of all, why do you have to apologize for something you didn't do?
It's like hitting a bank shot 3.
Yeah, right?
Or something. Like,
and I guess
it
guys
happens.
put their hands up and go, oh, yeah. Yeah, that's same thing. It's 100% that.
Yeah,
It'd
part
be
of the
like,
game.
like when Tyrese Halliburton hit that shot that hit the back of the rim and went all the way up to the ceiling and dropped in for the win, and he should have turned around and apologized. Instead of the choke sign, he should have apologized to the Knicks. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I didn't know that. But Anisimova will play Swiatek in the ladies' final tomorrow, which has been really good. 505-246-0610 if you want to get in today. You can. Travis, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. What's good, Travis?
Good morning.
Man, where the hell you been? Good to hear you.
Hey, listen, I always listen, but I don't always call, but I always love the conversation that takes place and the insight that both you and JJ bring to the game. And I think especially, listen, JJ and Zay have been holding it down for a while as well. Like, it's always good stuff. People should not miss this show ever. It's a great way to spend your morning drinking coffee, doing a little work, and catching up on a little sports news around the world.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Listen, this before we went to the break and started the new hour, man, where do these worms, where do these rats come from? These slugs that come out with these horrible takes, essentially wanting us to abandon Lobo football. And how many times have we had this conversation?
Too many,
over
probably.
and over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, a lot.
We know that the money doesn't make sense. It's proven. The University of New Mexico did an economic study that showed the financial impact to the community that having Lobo football, even as good or as bad as it's been, is on the Albuquerque community. We know that. That's a fact. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, man, you have the Google machine. You can find anything on that. It takes 2 seconds to find that study, and you will figure out what was it? Hundreds of millions of dollars of economic value to the Albuquerque community.
But even if you ignore that, Travis, and I'm not calling him a slug or any of the names you are. That's like, he's got a different opinion, and I just not sure how he figured I was whining because I have a different opinion than he does. But cool. My point is, his whole thing was, he's about basketball, and then he went on about how this town cares more about the powwow and more about the wine festival, and stop putting money into football. Just let basically, without saying it, because if you don't put anything into it, it's just going to die on the vine, and he's fine with that. How does that somehow help basketball? And my point is, I believe it has hurt your beloved basketball because, again, there's no argument to be made that your basketball's in a better league moving forward than they've been, and they were left behind because of football. So how did neglecting football somehow help your beloved basketball? But yet that's what he suggests we keep doing, and that's why I so vehemently disagree. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I appreciate that you're not going to resort to name calling. I'm not that big of a person. If you're going to throw insults, I'm happy to reciprocate, and in that instance, he did, so I will. But here's the deal. There's no question about it that the university's failure to invest in this program, matter of fact, the state's failure to invest in this program consistently for decades has landed us in a configuration of the Mountain West that is going to be on paper a lower conference than it has been in the previous years. That's just a fact. But if we had invested in the way that people have been saying for decades, you guys, the sponsors of the New Mexico Bowl, people like Rudy and others, if we had done that level of investment, would we have been in the Big 12, the Big 10? I don't know. But would we have had an opportunity to be in the new amalgamation of the Pac-10 or Pac-12, whatever the hell it is?
Yep.
Probably, maybe. Would that be a better conference for us? Would that mean more money for us, especially in a landscape where revenue sharing is now the name of the game? Probably. So it's always a forward-looking perspective. Sitting here today, you cannot predict the future. 20 years ago, 2 decades ago, you could not have imagined that NIL would be a thing. And then, 10 years ago, you couldn't have imagined that revenue sharing would be a thing, which emphasize the importance of the conference that you're playing in. And so I just think that's a huge thing. And what kind of players are you going to be able to get What kind of revenue are you going to be able to generate for your athletic department if we went to a school that is only basketball? And more importantly, he needs to tell you how he's going to figure out the Title IX issues if we cut football altogether. Where is that money coming from? Because under Title IX, the money has to be equal across gendered sports. And I don't know how that happens
How you
if you
gonna generate
eliminate
that?
football. But anyway,
All right.
you guys have a great day.
Thanks,
have a
man.
wonderful weekend. Happy Friday.
You too. Thanks. I appreciate the passion on it. I think the majority of people feel that way, and I understand those. If you're not a football guy, you're not a football guy. I'm cool with that. Like I've always said, you're not cheating on men's basketball if you support football. But the way the model's set up, the way you are better when your football program is better, and I'm listening. If you got an argument, tell me somehow you've helped basketball by, and I say neglecting. I mean, is that a fair word?
I don't even think it shows you it doesn't even have to be about winning. It's an overall investment. Then it means it's money coming into your athletic department. Because again, Colorado State has a better history of football than the Lobos.
What is Utah
But before
State
the 8-5 season, there was a whole lot of 3-win years for the Rams. But yet they were able to somehow put a stadium deal together, build a brand new stadium that guess what? They are hosting more than just football there because new stadium is allowing you to do that. So it's the investment in the product.
Well,
you want to win, of course, but it's the overall investment that shows what your athletic department can.
You look at the programs who now the only one that I would point to that invested in football that got left behind is Wyoming.
Yes.
Okay, Wyoming has invested in football. Wyoming has put up a beautiful new complex there on that north end zone. It's gorgeous. Their market, they got left behind. People are scared of their altitude for whatever reason. So, but Nevada has it, New Mexico has it, Hawaii hadn't. Right now, UNLV was invited, evidently, and they stayed. But you look at what Boise State has done; they're redoing that stadium again. I mean, every time I go up there, it's different. San Diego State built a new stadium. Colorado State built a new facility. Utah State has invested, even though their athletic director just left. Right, but they paid their coach $2.5 million.
So in the history of the Mountain West Conference, there is no one. Double check this again. So there is no one in the new look Mountain West Conference has ever won a football championship.
The teams left behind.
Yeah.
UNLV, New Mexico, Wyoming, Hawaii, Nevada, San Jose State. I mean, again, I understand.
Oh, San Jose State did. Excuse me, the 2020 season.
In the COVID. Yeah. Look, I get it. If you don't love the football like you love the basketball, I'm cool with that. I get that. Everybody's got their thing. Like we got the dude who loves volleyball. But all I'm saying is just not investing in football has gotten you in a position where I don't know how you can somehow tell me it's helped basketball. In fact, I think it's put basketball and the rest of your sports in a tougher spot. Now, you'll be fine. Now, you can make the argument, well, we can win more now. We can win more championships because we're in a league that is better for us. And, okay. But if you think that's right for basketball, again, we can have a difference in opinion. 505-246-0610. Come on in today. Emails, Jeff@sportsanimalabq.com and JJ@sportsanimalabq.com. Hey, I figured out the text thing, dude. Why do I need an hour of training on this? I think I'm in. I got a password. I'm in. I got the text that says VCU made the Final Four through the play-in game. Thank you for that. I got yesterday's text that says JJ was great when you were out. Dude, you kicked ass. He nailed it. Kudos to you guys for having both of you guys to tune into each day. I got all those. Why do I need an hour of training on this? Am I good? Send text 505-246-0610. Nick Nee's going to join us. We'll get you a golf tip, talk some golf coming up at 8:30 this morning. Hey, I got a jeweler. I didn't know I wanted a jeweler. I didn't know I needed a jeweler, but I got a jewelry store, and you can have one as well. It's the best one in town. It's John Thomas Jewelers. You'll understand the second you walk into the door why it's different and why that's going to be your spot. It's on the 3rd floor of the Lewis University building. You got to go out of your way to get there, right? You're not going to run into them in the mall. But they are spectacular, and they go above and beyond. And now they've created something called the No Regrets ring. So if you are getting engaged, there is no one else to call. There is nowhere else to go. How do you know the exact ring she's going to love? You don't. You have an idea. You've seen something. You go over to John Thomas Jewelers. They've got 3,000 bridal rings right now, men's and women's, for you to choose from. And if you don't like any of those, they will create one for you. You can custom design it. You'll see it in 3D. They'll preview it in 3D printed wax before they make it in precious metals. And then you give it to her and she says yes. But if she wants a different ring, even after you propose, there's no penalty. Not even on custom rings. It's a lifetime warranty on the ring, nationwide lifetime warranty. And their diamonds are hand selected by John Thomas Jewelers in Antwerp, Belgium, which is diamond capital of the world, which means you can't find a finer, more beautiful, bright diamond anywhere. It is the No Regrets ring, and it is exclusively at John Thomas Jewelers. This is insane. It's on the 3rd floor, Lewis University building. Go see them on Louisiana. They're 1 block south of Manal. See why they've been voted the best jeweler in Albuquerque for 4 straight years, why they've been named one of the coolest jewelry stores in America. It's John Thomas Jewelers. It's where Albuquerque gets engaged.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans.
But we're always kind of, let's go to a big fireworks display thing. And so I never, that's never really been my thing. I get it if it is yours. It just feels like, do you hear, are fireworks just getting crazier? Like this year, how many damn huge warehouse fires were there around the country? You know what I mean?
There's quite a few.
Are they just getting crazier and it's like everything else, right? Bigger, badder, stronger, faster. It's crazy to me. But yeah, that one hit yesterday is the big NFL news that Najee Harris had the fireworks injury. A couple other things that the NFL's hit over the last couple of days. Demarcus Robinson, who is now a 49ers wide receiver, pleaded no contest to a misdemeanor driving under the influence. He was sentenced to 3 years probation. I don't see that as being a big issue as they go to camp. Is there anybody I'm worried about? Is there any legal issues hanging over anybody? Like the Rashee Rice thing, he still has not been suspended, correct? At some point, do I expect Rashee Rice? That was the whole. Remember, he was driving that rented Ferrari at high speeds and then wrecked it on a Dallas freeway 2 summers, or I guess it was last summer. And there's video of him walking away from the accident, but there was never any resolution on that, was there? From the NFL or legally, from the best of my knowledge.
Dude, well, at this point, it's just like, make sure it's good with whoever was in the accident. And
yeah, but don't you expect the NFL to say there's going to be a what's
I don't know why they. I know why, but with say the Justin Tucker stuff, they handle that much more quickly and swiftly than they let these ones play out.
Yeah, all right. What I got on the text or on the email, Jeff at sports@abq.com. Rod says, Rod feels like a kid on Christmas Eve with Media Day next week. Jefferson, it's been too long since we heard we had a good offseason. Guys worked hard. They're really buying in. We got a good recruiting class. I love our staff. We've worked hard to change the culture. And my new favorite, we think we're improved, but our conference is so tough. Yeah, it's been a minute. Here, I'm not going to get, like, I know last bunch of years we've gone, I've got a bunch of them. I'm not bringing back 15, 20 of them. I'm just not. Is that all right? Unless you want me to.
It means it's more work, but
it is more work. But I mean, I just. Yeah. Deutsch says you could have stayed home and been an OD caller. Jeff, his live is underway. Yeah, but I just went over, Deutsch, and it's not on my TV. I went over to FS1. He says, number one, where are they playing in Spain? I'm not familiar with the court. I can't find the game on TV. I don't have the right package. Why can't all the games still be on KGGM? People have lives. I can't watch this. Why can't they have post times to fit into folks' schedule? Deutsch, I went over, unless it's not on the, well, it's not on the FS1. I guess I could try harder to find it if it's on something else. Mean Machine says, Sushan channeling Mean Machine. Jeff, last night on the broadcast, Josh Sushan mentioned how suddenly loaded baseball now has 5 to 6 guys on the bench. They haven't seen the pitch in days and question where the playing time's coming from for all these guys. Okay. They won last night. Winners. Isotopes in round one. When we get back, let's talk some golf. Nick Nee, the director of golf at the beautiful Sandia Golf Club, is going to be with us. We'll talk to him about what's going on with the Celebrity Tournament. The Scottish Open is underway. Live as well. Next week is the Open Championship, and get you a golf tip. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. Albuquerque's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery.
The week before the Open Championship, they're playing it in North Berwick, Scotland. Chris Goddard up at -11, Harry Hall -9, Matt Fitzpatrick at -8, Rory's four-back at -7. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. Live Golf is in Spain. You got the Celebrity Golf Tournament going on in Reno. We don't have that? That's not this week? Oh, Nick, okay. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, I'm pretty sure there's celebrity things going on in Reno. And I don't know, that's always kind of one of my, you know why I like that one? Just guy, because kind of like why I like the U.S. Open. It's like there's these great athletes, and sometimes they pull off great shots, and sometimes they look like you and me. There's Brian Urlacher. There's Aaron Rodgers and Josh Allen and those guys. And sometimes they're really, really good, and sometimes they look like us. Wimbledon, third set. Willie Fritz and Carlos Alcaraz split the first two, and Alcaraz is up 5-3 in the third, and close to closing that one out. 505-246-0610 will effort Nick as we go through this and try to get you the golf stuff. I got the text line open too. It's kind of new for me, this whole new text line thing. Steve says, gents, and the text line is 505-246-0610. I agree with you on upgrades of UNM facilities as well as the city needing a big, beautiful arena downtown. Over the years, if you want something better for Albuquerque and UNM and bring it up, many folks just say, leave if you don't like it. Our overall sports facilities for a town this size are D+ at best. If you argue that, then you have to get out and see what other cities our size and smaller are offering. JJ did kill it while you were gone. It's from Steve. Thanks, Steve. No, look, I always compare our city. There's a few I think that are comparable. Size-wise, Oklahoma City isn't far off, and look what they've done. Spokane's an interesting comp, and they've got a nice arena that gets a lot of use. And they've got, Gonzaga's arena, and Washington State's 45 miles away. I said yesterday, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always be who you've always been. And the response, JJ, was, I'm fine being who we've always been. And I said, all right, cool, but I don't think everybody else is. I don't think the majority. He's like, the other hit on me was, you say you've been here almost 30 years. Well, I've been here 50 years, and we want it this way. I'm not sure that's right. I'm not sure that that's the majority of people just want to stay and continue to just do things the way you've always done it. Some people do, but I don't think that's the majority. And again, I'll go back to, where's it gotten you? Is it leading to what you want it to be? And I will argue that, JJ, help me, is the right term the lack of investment in football? Commitment? What's the right term?
Investment.
Okay. Has that been a detriment or a help to your basketball program? And I would argue detriment. And you'll come back and say, no, how is it a detriment? Look, we've gone to the NCAA tournament the last couple of years, and that's right. And you have invested in basketball as well. But now what's happening? That's all I'm saying. This is from Ryan. It says, one last ride. Hey, Jeff, your resident Aztec fan checking in. I've really enjoyed the conversation this morning on football investment. I couldn't agree with you more. Not investing in football has hurt the New Mexico basketball program. I believe the new Pac-12 for basketball is going to be the best mid-major league by a wide margin. I wish you guys would have gotten an invite to make it that much stronger. Basketball media days will be here before you know it, and I can't wait for one last ride to the Mountain West. Hope you and JJ have a great weekend. It's from Ryan. So Ryan is, I don't know Ryan. I know a lot of people in San Diego, but I don't know Ryan. Ryan found our show and listens and contributes. But I don't know that he's wrong. I mean, what's the best non-power? Will it be the Pac? Will it be the Mountain West? Will it be the AAC? Because the Big East is considered a power conference in basketball. I mean, just on the surface, right? Gonzaga, San Diego State, Boise State, Colorado State.
And the Pac State Conference will have the early advantage.
Yeah. I think New Mexico, Grand Canyon, if UNLV figures this thing out, Nevada.
You have like 4 teams. They feel like, all right, they can anchor the conference. The ceiling in terms of bids drops.
I think
it's just right. Reality, I think, even for both. And when
right.
you're looking at the last 4 years, at least 3 at-large bids plus your auto. So that's, 4 teams. And then we've seen, 5 and 6 in the past.
I can see a scenario where they each get 2. Right? I can see a scenario where one gets 3 and one gets 1. Depending on what happens in the year, what you do non-conference. You got an opportunity. And I think you have to look at it from New Mexico's point as an opportunity. All right, let's go out and be the best in this league. Let's be the flag bearer of this league. But a lot of it's going to point back at football, isn't it? Yeah, this is an Aztec fan. Could agree with you more. Not investing in football has hurt the New Mexico basketball program. I think there's a lot of the San Diego State, Boise State, Colorado State, Utah State people, the fans of the schools. You know who's real quiet in this whole thing is Fresno. Fresno fan is real quiet. They're like, how'd we get in here? Well, Scott Barnes is the
football.
Oregon. Well, football was good, but Scott Barnes, the Oregon State athletic director, who was really kind of pulling a lot of the strings, and he's the Fresno State alum, from what I understand. But yeah, I think most of those schools wish New Mexico had gotten into basketball. I think they probably wish New Mexico was better in football, and That would like to make the argument right now. Texas State is better than New Mexico. It's a hard argument until you go to football, right? Until you just go straight to football, and that's where the argument starts and ends. That's all. I mean, that's
just the essentially investment package that Texas State has.
Yeah, where the money's been and what they're able to do, what they have done. Yeah, that's all that is. You're welcome to get in today, 505-246-0610. Your email's jeff@sportsanimalabq.com and jj@sportsanimalabq.com. Mike, if we get Nick in, I'll ask him the question that you sent in, but this is interesting. He said Ricky Fowler's comments that guys are tired, they want to play less golf. Ricky Fowler calls for a PGA Tour overhaul, less events and less cards. Quote, it's tough. It'll be interesting to see how things shake out. You know, do signature events, because those are the signature events they're trying to get everybody to play because the purses are bigger. If you're looking long term, do just all events become big events and guys just play a pretty similar schedule and not take many weeks off? The whole point of getting more money was the big names have to be there. The sponsors aren't putting...
To me, I'm underwhelmed by marquee PGA Tour. Like, it's already over, and it's not even the end of July. You have the FedEx Cup coming up, but that's going to get lost. You know, football season starts, and watching college football, and then you're getting into the NFL. Like, I think the PGA Tour gets their big events out of the way too early.
They used to play the PGA Championship after the Open Championship, so that would, and they moved it kind of to run away from the NFL a little bit. And they, to your point, they play the FedEx playoffs, going into September, but it does get lost. Even though, like, when you get that event in Atlanta, and you're down to those last 30 dudes, and there's $20 million on the line for the winner, and even the Ryder Cup gets. I mean, it's hard. As much as I love me some golf, dude, it's hard for me to not watch college football and the NFL on the weekend when that stuff's on. I watch it on Thursday and Friday. But I'm lucky if I split screen it on the weekend. And on Sunday, I mean, I you know me, man. I'll watch you and Zay play golf. Well, maybe not. I'll watch you and Kenny
said you like
play
watching. You like watching bat and golf. So.
What? Do you watch the celebrity thing, the one that's going on this weekend in Reno? You don't watch that one at all?
I'll catch the clips of it or if things pop up online. But
I love that.
Like, I play enough recreational sports that I know what it looks like.
What it looks
we're just out there, like, thinking we're good at something.
It's cool when I see like a guy that I'm like, I had no idea that guy was that good of a golfer. You know, or there's Steph Curry just killing it. You know, I'm like but again, I know I'm a nerd that way. But that stuff totally entertains me. All right, 505-246-0610. Emails jeff@sportsanimalabq.com. Speaking of Steph Curry, he was up at the American Century Championship in Tahoe, and he talked about a timeline for his NBA career, or is there one? What did he say? How much longer does Steph have before he joins the Senior PGA Tour? What he had to say about how long he's going to play. We'll get into that when we get back. Property crime is real. Property crime is real in our town. And the officer shortage is real in our town. That's why I've trusted International Protective Service to watch my home for years. It's affordable private security. You see them all around town. You see them in your neighborhood. You see them at your retail outlets. They work. They keep the bad guys away. They respond to alarms, typically within 5 to 7 minutes at properties that they monitor. The police, again, just not enough officers. It's going to take hours if they even get there at all. IPS provides standing guards. If you'd like eyes on your property around the clock, they will offer that for you. They install alarms, camera systems. They even have a state-of-the-art facility monitoring those cameras 24 hours and 7 days a week. This all raises the level of security around your home and your business. Look, you've worked too damn hard to build what you've got. Don't let the bad guys come in and destroy it. Who's watching your home when you're not there? Maybe you're taking a summer vacation. Let them know, and they'll do exterior checks and come by every day, pick up mail, newspapers, packages that are left on the curb. Call IPS, see what they can do for you. 505-897-2420. 505-897-2420. They're online at ipsglobal.com. Passionate about making Albuquerque and Santa Fe better and safer places to live and work.
We would like like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family.
Coming to talk about their beer app on Monday as well, 8:30. We've been asked a lot, JJ, about when are you going to get local men's basketball players in as well. And I know you've made the inquiry. I again yesterday said, hey, when, and I guess Eric Olin has not yet released the players. I guess they've done press conferences, right? Like the media scrums, but not yet okayed them to come. One day they'll trust us. But that's
not too sure about this guy over here.
Fair enough. but I was over there yesterday. I did ask again. And yeah, no, he hasn't given the okay. So, but we will at some point start to learn about these guys. Hey, can I give you my favorite stat I saw the day? Sometimes there's a stat that jumps out. I'm not a big stat guy, but every once in a while I see one. So yesterday, the Yankees were no hit into the 8th inning, and they won the game, right? Which is pretty rare. I mean, you're getting no hit and you win. The Yankees are the only team in at least the last 100 years. Get your attention? To have 2 extra inning wins after being no hit through 6 innings in a single season. They did it back on May 7th. I don't know if that's a great stat or that's something you take pride in. Yep, we didn't get a hit for 8 innings. We won the freaking game.
Absolutely. Yeah. What matters? Scoreboard.
Speaking of scoreboard, Carlos Alcaraz won the 3rd set 6-3, so he's up 6-4, 5-7, 6-3. And is winning 3-2 in the 4th in the Wimbledon semifinal against Willie Fritz. I want to get into this coming up after the top of the hour break. JJ, you printed this out. This is basketball, right? This sheet?
Yes.
I'm not sure where this came from.
It's the CBS Sports story. This you can pull it up. I'll send you the link so you have the whole thing. But it was an interesting look at the early returns. So pretty much 4 seasons of NIL investment. And the winning percentages associated with that, then also an overall look of, the teams that have won the most games over this time versus kind of what they're investing in their coach and their overall product.
So how Mountain West teams did pre-NIL as opposed to now since NIL started. And then you got how you invest in your coach and how that helps in regards to winning. And just I know you've heard a lot about how New Mexico, when it comes to basketball, has a healthy NIL. How does that compare? But more so, how does that help the result? Or how does that relate to the result? I don't know how it helps the result. How about that? How it relates to the result. So we'll get into some of that basketball stuff when we get back. 505-246-0610. You're welcome to get in today. I have figured out the new text line. Can you ask Nick how to transfer the golf game at the driving range of the course during an actual round? And maybe what the top 3 mistakes amateurs make during the round that keeps the scores high. Yeah, that's a great question. I'd love to ask him that. Cleveland Mike says we need an arena. Yeah, we know. Everybody knows we need an arena. I think we all agree on that. We don't all agree on where the arena needs to go and how big the arena needs to be and who's going to pay for it. Hence, I think is the reasons, plural, we don't have an arena. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we all agree with that. I mean, I'll argue I think we need an arena more than we need a soccer stadium, but we're getting a soccer stadium because they figured out how to build it and how to pay for it and where to put it. Because you had a group that was pushing that more than pushing an arena. Now you can get a hockey team that's going to go out to Rio Rancho, and hopefully the Goat Heads can go out there and stick. See what I did? Stick, Goat Heads. They're going to be the Goat Heads, right? Can we bring back the Carpincho? Do you remember the Carpincho we had at Tingley Coliseum, that rat-looking thing that used to go around, and we had the video. There was a Native American gentleman.
I do remember
the legend of the New Mexico Carpincho. That was I wrote that video back when I was working for them. And then the rat came around and would knock your popcorn out of your hand, and the guy would get pissed off, and then someone would come and bring
that was
you
buried
popcorn.
deep in the memory bank.
Yeah, I got the little mascot sitting in the office. The New Mexico Carpincho. The legend of the New Mexico Carpincho. He lived in Tingley Coliseum. Got to bring that back. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 6 to the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on Pro View Networks.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to...
Opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Gonna get Bo Davidson's in here on Tuesday as well, the new general manager for Lobo football. So he'll be in studio. We'll have a sweet deal for you on Lobo football tickets next week. So yeah, kind of really jumping into it next week, and here we go. 505-246-0610. Good morning, boys and girls. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. Wimbledon semifinals going on. The gentlemen's semifinal is going on now. The first one, number 2 seed Carlos Alcaraz on top of the American Taylor Fritz. 6-5, 5-7, and 6-3. So he's up 2-1 and 4-3 in the fourth set. Jannik Sinner, the number 1 seed, will take on Novak Djokovic in the other gentlemen's semifinal coming up here in a little bit. All right, I want to hit this, and JJ turned me on to this, and it's pretty interesting. CBS did a story on how NIL has changed college basketball. And so they did a deep dive into the numbers and found trends and results, and I haven't read the whole thing. I've looked at some of the charts. JJ, what was the number? Like, schools can still come out of nowhere, right? It says basically Cinderellas are not dead, but you're looking you're still looking at the teams who spend do well. The disparity at the mid-major level, and that's, I think, a large part because of transfers, right?
Yes.
I mean, your best players are going to get NIL money, right? And it broke the. What was your biggest takeaway from this?
I was really drawn in by Grand Canyon.
Okay.
About how many games they've won
since NIL.
Just no, and over the last 20 years.
So
because it's a gradual step up, and can they, as you know, for them coming to the Mountain West Conference, even with the changes, but seeing specifically this year, can they be someone that is really impactful? Because now you've climbed that ladder. The conferences, the challenges, getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then you look at the winning percentage of Grand Canyon over the last 136 games and won 75% of their games.
Yeah.
And that's 10th best in that span. And you're talking about Auburn, Arizona, UConn, Gonzaga, Duke, like Houston being in that model. And I thought that was fascinating, especially to throw them into the mix this season and being able to play for a championship right away.
Since 2021, the schools in college basketball with the best winning percentage, Houston has won 86.8% of their games. Then Duke, Gonzaga, teams you'd expect at the top. Houston, maybe not. Duke, Gonzaga, Purdue, Drake, which is a stunner, St. Mary's, which they don't have big NIL, UConn that does, Arizona that does, Auburn that does, Grand Canyon that does, Tennessee and Kansas. So here's the Mountain West stuff. All right, so they went back to the 2000 season, went 2000 through 2020, and looked at the Mountain West. Now, you got to remember BYU was in the Mountain West for a while. They left the Mountain West in when did they leave? After the 2010-2011 season. So this is a 10-year sample on them. BYU had the best winning percentage of the Mountain West when they were there, 70.8% of their games. San Diego State, UNLV, Nevada, Boise State, Utah State. The Lobos were 7th, dead ass middle of the pack, right? Before NIL. Post NIL, that's the last 4 seasons. That's since the 2020-2021 season. New Mexico's middle of the pack, winning percentage. Their winning percentage has gone from 60.8% to 64.2%, so about 3.5 points. San Diego State is 1, Boise State's 2, Utah State, Colorado State, then New Mexico. I'm not sure what I'm to glean from this other than San Diego State's been the most consistent team in this league since its inception. Right?
And the Utah State one is almost hard to quantify because they've done it with 2 different coaches and rosters essentially during this span. Colorado State had a big jump from 52.5% to 66.9%. So they've obviously, found something coaching wise and roster construction wise.
Yeah, that's the big jump, right? From 10th to 4th, but more so from 52.5 win percentage to 67%. I mean, that's almost a full 15 points. Yeah, I mean, Colorado State's the jump. Everybody else is relatively where they were, right? I mean, Nevada's within 2 points. Boise State jumped 10 points. So I'm looking at it. I would have thought New Mexico's win percentage would have been higher over the last 4 years. But I guess there's, the couple of years, the 2021 season was rough.
Essentially 2 rebuild years for Lobo basketball to stack to the point what they had the last 2 seasons.
Isn't that crazy? Oh. Now, I mean, if you want to look at what's going to be remaining in the league, where's UTEP, where's Hawaii, where's UC Davis, and where is Grand Canyon? So Grand Canyon would be at the top of your league, 75.7%. Now, they're going to have to play a little tougher competition. There's not as much Cal State, Bakersfield, and Tarleton State on there as there used to be. How good is Grand Canyon going to be because this will be a step up in competition. And certainly this year's going to be really interesting now that they're in the full league, right? Now they've got New Mexico, San Diego State, Colorado State, Boise State. Everybody's there this year. This is going to be a really interesting year about where Grand Canyon's program is.
Do you think them being able to play for a championship right away was another factor that upset those schools so much that are on their way out?
Well, I think everything you do upsets those schools. So,
yes.
I mean, do I think it's another factor that? Yeah, I think it upsets them. I mean, should they play in your league but not be able to play for a championship? Look, here's the deal with that. If you'd have voted, they'd have lost 6-5 anyway. Okay, whether or not to let them in. They're pissed off that they didn't get a vote. Well, you're leaving the league. That you waived your rights when you left the league, and that's just part of the bylaws. You don't get to vote. Now they added a team, and I get where you're a little off put. You would like some say, but you've pretty much made it clear how you feel about this league, and you think you've been wronged at every turn, and in fact you haven't. I mean, this league has gotten 4 teams into the NCAA tournament on a regular basis over the last bunch of years. The teams that are leaving have benefited pretty much. Boise State got into the college football playoff playing in the Mountain West. I get it. You think you're better than New Mexico, and you're better than Nevada, and you're better than Wyoming, and all right, we'll see. But you kind of waived your right, and it's a 1-year deal. It's not going to kill anybody. And I get it. You're a little off put because you did not have a say. They didn't ask you. But you kind of waived your right on that part. Well, we're still playing in this league. We're still here. Yeah, you are. You are. And I guess courtesy would have been, hey, what do you think? And you'd have lost the vote 6-5 and been pissed off then too, right? So, yeah, do I think it upset them? Yeah, that was the comments. But, reading some of their fans' comments, their fans don't seem to be too upset. Because Grand Canyon is a good product.
Yeah, from a fan standpoint, you look, okay, all right, it's going to be unbalanced league scheduling for a year. But, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you on that. All right, so that's interesting, Reed. Just some of the stuff. It's on CBS, and if you want to go find it, you can. It just kind of gets into just some of they drill down a little into the numbers as far as pre-NIL and since NIL and all that. I promised you the Steph Curry story. I'll give it to you when we come back. He talked about how long he wants to play. Is there a number on him? His salary. And then he went out and played golf. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports
Hour. 95.9 FM and AM.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
Alcaraz up 6-5 and 2-1, so he's up 6-5 in the fourth. With Willie Fritz serving to try to force a tiebreaker in the fourth. Gentlemen's semifinal at Wimbledon. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. You get the American Century Championship if you like that kind of golf this weekend in South Lake Tahoe, and that's where the celebrities play. Steph Curry's got a golf game. He's up there. JJ, they want to talk hoops with Steph Curry instead of golf, putting the ball in a bigger hole than the smaller hole. And he was asked, because he's 37 years old, I mean, Steph, how long are you going to play? You're a freaking old man now at all of 37 years old. Last I checked, his game hadn't slowed down, by the way, has it? He's still that dude, right? I don't know is the answer. I'm just taking it 2 years at a time. That's what I've left on my contract right now, quote unquote. His current contract keeps him with the Warriors through 2027. He signed that extension last summer. So under his previous deal, he's set to earn just under $60 million this season. He'll earn $62.5 the following season. I mean, that's dwarfed by what Devin Booker and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander are making now. $71.5, $72 million a year. Steph Curry's earned the right to go out whenever the hell he wants. Last I checked, and my eyes tell me, and I don't know what your eyes tell you, that his game has not slowed down, that he still is the best shooter in the world. I will argue I still think he's the best point guard in the world. He still makes big shots when it counts. Did you watch the Olympics last summer? He can go out when he wants, man. If LeBron's playing into his 40s, what makes me think Steph Curry isn't going to play until his 40s if he wants to?
Nothing. Like, I think his game, his body, his style of play is one that he could absolutely still be an impactful player, 40, 41 years old, because he doesn't play above the rim.
Right. At some point, maybe he starts to lose the shot a little bit. But I haven't seen it yet. Have you?
No. Quickness, the release.
I mean, he's able to get to the basket. He's able to find players. He still, makes a defensive play now and then. I mean, I don't know what he's worth. I don't know what he wins. And Fritz just won the game, so they'll go to a tiebreaker for Willie Fritz to stay alive in the fourth set at Wimbledon. I don't know, what he's worth. Like, in his next deal, you can't max him at 70-something million, can you? And I don't know that he would want that. Like, where LeBron maxed out at whatever it is, LeBron maxed out 52. Isn't it crazy? LeBron's making 52.5. Steph's making 62.5. I don't know who's a better player right now. Probably Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, right? Probably Devin Booker. I mean, I guess the market's about right as far as scale. I mean, you could tell me $72 million is way too much and whatever. But I mean, as far as scale,
well, all that stuff is in the weeds.
That's right.
When and how you sign the contract.
But do you think it plays out like who's worth more at this point? Like if you're starting a team right now, who do you want?
Other than the fatigue of it's LeBron James,
yeah,
that people are just done with, like LeBron James, Steph Curry are absolutely playing up to those contracts, even at this point.
I agree with that. And now that there are contracts that have surpassed them, Like, would you say LeBron James, Steph Curry are top 5 players, top 10 players in the NBA? Where are they right now?
I think LeBron James and Steph Curry,
Top 10 players.
at their best, are still top 10 players in the NBA.
Yeah. Are they top 5?
They moments.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, your best players in the NBA right now are Jokic and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Giannis. And, I don't know, is Anthony Edwards in that? Is it?
I think it's one that those guys can absolutely still step on the court and play like that.
Yeah, I think that's right. You put Devin Booker in that category? He's never mentioned.
No.
But he's making $71
I think Devin Booker
$72
is-
million a year.
Would I put him in the top 5 right now? No. But I think Devin Booker is a player I look at like similar to Jaylen Brown. Like the right person with that player, I trust they could get it done.
And Jaylen Brown's considered the number 2 on his team.
Yeah.
Behind Jason Tatum.
Which you thought, man, the Suns are fascinating. I think the formula's
agree.
right there, man. The NBA Finals, right? And they went too far to going, like, swinging for the fences.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I totally am with you on that. I thought when they got Bradley Beal and Durant was in place, that's why the Durant thing fascinates me going to Houston. Because I don't want to say it has to work, because I don't know that he gives that much of a damn. And he's won championships. But for his legacy and to be considered to have reached potential, it's kind of got to work. He's got to win one there, doesn't he? Because it feels like, and I don't feel this way, and I know I'm in the minority, but it feels like he does not get the credit for being a champion. People still think he went, even though he was the MVP of the finals, that he just joined something that was already in the making to get rings. And it feels like,
Which is what a lot of players are trying to do,
but because he did it, it's a knock on him, right?
Mhm.
So
because he was in the discussion as best player on the planet, and people
Yes.
in the sports stock world, what do? It's LeBron James hasn't won enough titles, and if you're Kevin Durant, it's like, well, you didn't do it in Oklahoma City, falling apart everywhere else you went, and the one place you did it was a place they didn't need you.
Well, and because in a chunk of his prime, that means Brooklyn and Phoenix, he went to places. And look, I like Kevin Durant. I'm kind of more of a Kevin Durant fan than I'm not. But he went to 2 places and got everything he wanted. He had Kyrie and Harden to join him, right, in Brooklyn. That was supposed to work, and it didn't. It was a disaster. So then he went to Phoenix, and he had Devin Booker and Bradley Beal. And you can argue it was more of a disaster. It just wasn't in as big of a media market. So nobody seemed to give a damn, right? Honestly, if that thing happened in New York like it didn't with the Nets, way more people would have paid attention. So in the bulk of his prime, he was on loaded teams that did not work. And so now here he is at 37, going to a young team who was the number 2 seed in the West last year, went out in the first round, and it kind of feels like for him to live up to he's a Hall of Famer. I'm not telling you he gives that much of a damn, but maybe he does.
Sure, talks on social media about it all the time.
No, that's right. That's right. So I think maybe he does. For him to live up to whatever it was that he was supposed to be, I think he's got to win a championship, at least one in Houston, for that legacy to be not
and
what
Kevin
if?
Durant is such a weird case to me in that regard, because you look at this dude and you're like, yeah, he's top, like this era, you could say he's top 5 player. We've talked about him essentially being the best player.
I don't
in the
know that
world
I even think it's arguable
at time.
Yeah.
But it feels like it's never been on him. Because say whatever you will about LeBron, like he's bounced around. LeBron James, the teams he went to, he was the focal point. They went to the NBA Finals.
Yes.
And now with Kevin Durant, you're like, why did it not work?
It's always
everywhere else but Golden State.
Yeah.
And this is the one where you say, oh, now he's stepping into the second seed in the Western Conference. And if he can be the difference, that, to your point, yeah, that'll absolutely just kind of submit, all right, this is the guy we thought it was.
So where else, like the big three thing, right? I mean, did it work in Miami? It worked because they won a couple, right? Now, they didn't win not 4, not 5, not 6, but they won a couple.
He dominated the Eastern Conference.
Where else did the big three kind of thing not work? When you put a big three, like a high-powered big three together.
Well, it was... So LeBron, when he made that move, you had in Boston, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen was viewed as that.
Right. And
then,
they won.
They won. And then you had Miami's big three.
Yep.
To the Warriors. When they got Kevin Durant, that was that.
That's my...
But then the Phoenix model fell on its face.
Brooklyn fell on its face.
Yeah.
And Brooklyn, with Harden and Kyrie and him, that's three. That's a big three.
But it's a model that only worked with two of the greatest players ever.
Well, but it only didn't work
with Kevin Durant involved,
right? I mean, that's the common denominator.
Phoenix,
there was
Brooklyn, Phoenix.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. And like I said, I'm not a big hater. Boy, Willie Fritz had a chance. He was down 4-1 in the tiebreak. It's you got to go to 7 and win by 2, and then he was serving for the set at 6-4. Now it's 6-6. This is a fascinating watch, by the way. Yeah, that's the only place it didn't. Right? I mean, you're going to tell me there were big three other places, but not like that. Now I'm going to argue Oklahoma City's got a big three now. The way they're paying them.
Oh, absolutely they do. That's what fascinates me is because it does not feel like that's a sustainable NBA model anymore. The way that league has changed, it's 7 different champs over the last 7 years, and OKC's saying, hey, these 3 guys are going to be good enough that it doesn't matter what we have around them, we'll make it work.
All right, it's interesting. Does Kevin Durant have to win in Houston to cement a legacy of being what his potential said he was supposed to be? Does that make sense? To be everything that he was supposed to be. 505-246-0610. Hey, it's a short sprint before school starts now, right? Between now and the end of July, perfect time to get your car cleaned up because you've been on road trips and you've been on adventures and you've had everyday chaos and you've had summer storms. Call On the Spot Automotive Detailing. They will come to you wherever and whenever it works for you, and they will detail your car. That's inside and outside. It'll look brand new when they're done, and they do it at your convenience, at your office, at your home, when it works for you, where it works for you. No wonder that they were voted best in the city, because they are best in the city. Make sure to give them a call today. Talk to them about ceramic coating, paint protection film that leaves your vehicle looking flawless. Guard against rock chips, against bugs, UV damage. Keep that showroom shine throughout the summer, throughout the fall. Get your windows tinted as well for a cooler, more comfortable drive. They'll come to you. Best in the city for a reason. Book now at otsdetailing.com. That is otsdetailing.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Sprout, get ready!
My coach. My teacher. My older sisters. My grandma. My brother. My tutor. My dad and my mom.
As New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to do our part.
So that no child goes without love.
And no family has to do it all on their own.
They're all our children. Every single person is called to make a difference in the life of a child.
It's up to all of us to do our part.
To pull together.
Pull together.
Pull together.
To make New Mexico the best place to be a kid.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game.
Yeah, buddy. Carlos Alcaraz is amazing, by the way.
Give me a hoe if you got your funky bus fare.
Damn, dude.
Solid.
Yeah, that was like a Wimbledon semifinal hoe. Carlos Alcaraz was down 6-4 in the tiebreak in the fourth set, up 2-1. and won the final 4 points. He beats Willie Fritz 3-1. Alcaraz advances to the Wimbledon Gentlemen's Final. He has won 24 matches in a row. If you are a periphery tennis fan or kind of interested, like, glimpse him. If you know, if you've watched him at all, this guy might be the next all-time great. He is spectacular. Willie Fritz had him. At least had him to go to fifth and final set, but Alcaraz fought off 2 set points, won the final 4, and he is on to the Wimbledon final. He would play the winner of Jannik Sinner and Joker. So that's coming up here in about 20 minutes. All right, 505-246-0610. That's how to get in today. Good stuff this week. It's good. Heck, it feels like a short week. Every time I travel, like these adjudicated weeks, they're just so funky. And I forget what day it is sometimes, but I'm pretty sure.
As long as you bring your funky bus fare with you, you're good.
As long as I got my funky bus fare. Oh, it's yeah. No, I'm good. I get more Summer League tonight. Is that what I got? Summer League's going to kind of take over with this NBA stuff, and then camps are going to open. You get the Scottish and you get Wimbledon this weekend. And so it's really kind of the calm before the storm. What am I supposed to watch for Summer League this weekend? Is there somebody? Is it just watching all the rookies come out and shine? Because I'm going to just tell you, the overreaction to Cooper Flagg is crazy. He was 5 for 21. Well, he can't shoot at this level. Stop it. Like, the sample size of one overreaction just always blows my mind.
I'm right there with you. I have zero reaction one way or another from one Summer League game if a player can or cannot play. I like watching performances because I like, all the young players. In the NBA, just like any league, the second round picks, the undrafted guys, they matter so much because there's only 60 selections. So there's a lot of dudes playing that don't have the hype, the fanfare, because they weren't drafted in a 60-player draft, that are going to make an impact and be difference makers in the next few years.
Yeah. All right, so that'll be there for you. I just saw this morning. This is so cool, and I finally got to look at it. Have you seen the Kobe Bryant bobblehead that the Dodgers are doing? So on August 8th, they're doubling down on Kobe's number that he wore for the first half of his NBA career. The Dodgers are giving away to the first 40,000 fans a Kobe Bryant bobblehead. So it's Kobe in a Laker uniform, and is wearing 24, batting left-handed with a bat. So he's in his yellow Lakers uniform with a bat. It's like, if you're a bobblehead guy, you want this, and if you're not, you want it. He's wearing the Zoom Kobe 6 Proto Dodgers sneaker, which was officially released in May. So there's so much in this. I like bobbleheads. I'm not the guy who's got 70 of them. I got a few. I so want this one. Like, I so want this one. And there's been a trend by the Dodgers to honor Kobe over the past. Like, in 2023, they gave out a snakeskin Dodgers uniform, which was a nod to the Black Mamba nickname during Lakers night. It featured Kobe's number 8 on the front and 24 on the back, which is really cool. Fans received a special Kobe Bryant jersey last season. And so they continue their I kind of love what they're doing. I know Magic's part of the ownership there, and I love the cross-pollination, is that the right word, of Lakers and Dodger love in that city. I know a lot of franchises and teams try to do things together. There's a tie. The Dodgers and Lakers, people have asked me all the time, like, what's the allegiance? Do you think, what's the biggest team in LA? Is it Dodgers or Lakers? And I'm not sure I know the answer. Like, if you go to Colorado, it's a Bronco town, right? If you go to Denver, it's a Bronco town, right?
Yeah.
If you go to Chicago, I think, I don't know, maybe it's the Cubs or Bears. I don't know. And Blackhawks too. But I mean, in LA, I don't know if the allegiance is more to the Dodgers or Lakers. I love the cross on this thing, and how
I think, to me, in professional sports franchises, there's a lot of cities that do it well. That just like they all feel like they go together well. I think Pittsburgh is because they all decided to just be black and yellow too. But
cool.
Just in terms of Dodgers and Lakers go together more so than any other franchise is in any professional city.
Interesting. I'm not sure I've got a counter for you. Why do you say that?
Well, it just, to me, it's because, Chicago, you could be a Cubs fan, you could be White Sox.
Yeah.
But then, Bulls and Bears. Like, it just feels like it's Lakers and Dodgers. Like, and there's no.
Well, I mean, the Angels are there and the Clippers are there, but
it's Lakers and Dodgers.
It is,
and there's,
right. Yeah. No, you're right.
No.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like anything's going to touch
and
that.
Because of the success. Would Red Sox Celtics be similar?
Okay. I think that would be on the list. I think it's probably the reason why they.
Although the Red Sox didn't win for 100 years.
Yeah. Neither did the Cubs.
Right.
There was, I think, like, if you're trying to put together things that it's like synonymous, like this goes together. Just fans that you think about it. Oh yeah, Celtics, Red Sox, Patriots success maybe put them in there, but like Lakers, Dodgers, to me, it's just they work hand in hand. Because even if you're a pro sports team in a market, you're still kind of competing against everyone. You're not always like having that crossover like you're talking about, but it feels like the Lakers and Dodgers are all about it.
And there's enough to go around. And the fact that Magic Johnson, Laker legend, is part of the Dodger ownership group, and he sits there and right behind the dugout or right. Yeah. I don't know that I got an argument to that. It's going through my head like, the Guardians and Browns. No, not really. And that, to your point, I think it almost would have to be a one franchise team, or a city. The fact that there's multi-franchises there, but you're right. I mean, when you say LA, does anybody think Angels? Does anybody think Clippers? Like in New York, you think Yankees first, but then, the Mets. Does anybody think Brooklyn Nets? No, that's good. Take a look at it. It's really cool. I'll bet these things hit the secondary market. I don't know where they start. $150? I mean, where do you think it starts? They're not on the market yet because they're not available. At least I don't think they're available. I mean, they're going to be handed out on August 8th. Yeah, that's a cool one right there. All right, 505-246-0610 if you want to get in today. Mike says he wants the hockey team's name to be the Ice Llamas. I think it's too late, Mike.
It's too late, man. You're down to 3.
You're down to Goat Heads, the something Tarantulas. What is it?
Tarantula Hawks.
Tarantula Hawks and the Cutthroats.
So, feels like they took one fan suggestion.
That was ours?
Which was the Goat Heads.
Yeah.
The other two, to me, are 100%. They put them on the table and they won it.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like
that
anything
is not
from New Mexico.
Fan submitted at all.
Right. This is an outside Texas group saying, hey, how about Tarantula Hawks? I totally think you're right.
So I think Goat Heads was the one they say, all right, I think there's actually enough people that submitted that. Or maybe it was just me when I was talking to the general manager that morning. I told him about
Beautiful.
it.
If you got it
I was
done,
like, hey, we've been pushing it. The other two are definitely minor league.
I would
minor league
bet
team
my
names.
house they're going with Tarantula Hawks and they had that preconceived. Now, I'm not going to, but I might. I mean, I need a place to live. But that's what my gut tells me. All right, 505-246-0610. Everything you got to know as you go into the weekend. The weekend, boys and girls. When we get back, still have time for you to get in. 505-246-0610. What is today's date? The 11th? So next week, we got fights this weekend, don't we? I mean, Twin Peaks is your spot. Twin Peaks is your summer headquarters for nonstop sports action. And they got the FIFA World Cup going on this weekend, the finals of that. Grab the crew, get buckets of Michelob Ultra, platters of sauced and tossed wings. And don't forget, they're giving away epic swag. Fight fans, Twin Peaks is Fight Central. You got the Usman-Buckley fight. You got Holloway-Poirier 3. Every major bout, and there's no cover charge. That's right, no cover charge. Watch the biggest fights for free at Twin Peaks. And that big fight is coming up, and then you get the Summer Savings Week, July 18th through the 24th. Twin Peaks is having you save big on your favorite food and drinks every day. So whether you're there for the fights, you're there for the flavors, you're there for the views, Twin Peaks has you covered all summer long. And don't forget them for lunch, starting at $7.99. Great lunch combos, soups to salads to sandwiches. And if you're looking for a gig where you want to make money and have fun, text work4TP to 85000. That's work4TP to 85,000 and join the Twin Peaks team.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
What's going on, Lobo Nation? Ja'Cory Krosky-Miller here.
And I'm Devin Dampier. The Lobo football team is going through some changes, but we're here to stay.
We'll put in the work on the field and in the weight room, but we'll need your help off the field.
505 Sports Venture is leading the charge in the NIL space.
And you can be part of it.
Shorty, she better than all my intentions. Like me, shorty, you got my attention. See your baby, I get you the business. Touchdown and pay you a visit.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We aren't all born with the same opportunities. But it's the people who care that change everything.
Get ready, Sprout, get ready.
My coach, my teacher, my older sisters, my grandma, my brother, my tutor, my dad, and my mom.
As New Mexicans, it's up to all of us to do our part.
So that no child goes without love.
And no family has to do it all on their own.
They're all our children. Every single person is called to make a difference in the life of a child.
It's up to all of us to do our part.
To pull together.
Pull together.
Pull together.
To make New Mexico the best place to be a kid.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
These days, it's important to know people and businesses you can trust. There's a lot of places where you can buy a vehicle, but there's only a few local dealerships where you'll find honest people who have your best interests in mind. And Fiesta Kia is one of them.
Novak Djokovic is coming on to the center court at Wimbledon, the All England Lawn and Tennis Club, for the second gentleman's semifinal. He'll play Jannik Sinner. If I said Willie Fritz earlier, I apologize, because it was Taylor Fritz. Taylor Fritz is the tennis player. Willie Fritz
Wait,
is
is it Willie Fritz or Taylor Swift we're talking about?
So Willie Fritz is the head football coach at Houston. Taylor Fritz is the gentleman who just got beat 3-1 by Carlos Alcaraz in the gentleman's final, or semifinal. And Taylor Swift is somebody completely different, a different genre, who's dating Travis Kelce. And some days, as Stigler just said, my brain is on the Fritz. So what are people going to be talking about as you go through your day? Certainly that. The Wimbledon semifinal. They'll be talking about Cooper Flagg and Bronny last night in the NBA Summer League, where Dallas and Cooper Flagg's 10 points were better than Bronny's 8 points. And the Lakers, Dallas won by 2 points. Bronny took a three-pointer, basically the last shot of the game that did not go. NCAA tournament expansion talk has been put on hold, although they are not ruling out expanding to 72 or 76 teams. Mariners' Brian Wu was throwing a no-hitter into the 8th inning against the Yankees, left leading 5-0. Yankees came back and won 6-5 in extra innings. Alex Bregman is due back for the Red Sox maybe today. He is not going to play in the All-Star game. And Najee Harris had an eye injury from fireworks during the 4th of July. The Chargers running back is expected to be ready for camp. 505, let me guess. 505-246-0610. You didn't tell me. Is that Terry? Friday, last segment. Hello, Terry. How are you?
Good Friday, Jeff. Good Friday, JJ, Fox and Hugs to all family members. Hope you have a wonderful weekend and everything like that. Now, did we get over Willie Fritz? Now, I was thinking for a minute when you call him Willie Fritz, he's the Houston Cougars head football coach. I thought maybe he became good at tennis. And I'm just being honorary, Jeff.
No, I misspoke. Look, man, you speak. Look, go ahead and speak for 3 hours. You're probably at some point going to misspeak. Yep.
And you go to the Big 12 thing, you hear the coaches, you get names in your head, and then come back and stuff gets all jumbled in there. And it's just part of life. I just, that's where. But on the lighthearted part, I think about 1950s where some great baseball player went in and they offered him 20% less. He'd led the league in hitting and everything like that. And the owner goes, well, where did we finish? We finished last. Well, we can finish last without you. So either take the pay cut or not. So now it's nice that the teams and the players get money. Devin Booker, geez, I mean, I would thought 2 years, 100, 110 million be fine. That everybody wants a little more. I don't see the Suns doing much that way, but we'll see. And that way, for the Lobos, I wish them well. Now it took KU a couple of years of starting to win games back, and then they invested $300 million into their new stadium. So maybe if Coach Eck, who seems to be a wonderful guy, can put a few wins together for a year or two, maybe then the state ponies up, and then we'll see if people do. With my wonderful psych degree, I just thought, well, why did everybody go 20 years ago or when Rocky was here? Well, all the games were at 6 p.m., majority were. Very few were on TV. Parking, there was a ton of free parking. So even though everything is very reasonable, is it just these little slight variables that turn people off? Maybe. Who knows?
When?
But, I hope it comes around. So, from that end, and I hope they get to still be playing on the weekend and don't get stuck in a league that plays Tuesday or Wednesday nights. Have you heard anything on that?
No, I mean, not in this current TV deal. I think, that's going to be Conference USA and Sunbelt's lane right now. And MAC. Yeah, that's their lane right now.
So I wish them well. Now, when we compare basketball, medium mode, the new Mountain West will at least have 3 teams that have won national championships in basketball. UNLV, UTEP, and actually Wyoming won a national title.
I forgot Wyoming
75 years ago. Yeah. So,
all right.
But okay, you guys have a great weekend. Take care.
Got to hit this, and right at the end, I appreciate that. Got this from Dave on Lobo Football. He says, and this, I did think about this. He says, was listening off and on this morning, was wondering if you guys talked about why a huge concert like the upcoming Paul McCartney concert is at a place like Isleta Amphitheater rather than University Stadium. Why isn't the UNM athletic department more aggressive chasing events like that to help bring in much needed revenue for the program? They have 40,000 plus venue that sits empty other than 6 or 7 days a year when it's 2/3 empty. Hard for fans like me to feel bad about the situation the program is in when it doesn't seem like those in charge do everything they can to bring in more revenue. I don't know if they knew about that. If they, I can't recall the last time there was a concert in that stadium.
Well, it's not. It's the stadium, man. Where's this? You have to bring in a whole new sound system. Like
I honestly don't know. The sound system is not good there. But Paul McCartney's playing, I think, at Coors Field, if I'm not mistaken. Well, it's a stadium tour.
That would be. Is there something you can do now versus is there investment needed to put yourself in that position?
Yeah, I don't know if they could do it now. To your point on the sound system, I mean, just listen to game. It depends where you're. Like if you're in the club level in the Zia Club, it's really hard to hear the PA.
And these professional stadiums, they have that in the design process now, and like everything.
And is that why? And like I said, I don't know if they were considered. I don't know if they knew it was. I don't know, but I did think that, like, because that would have been an opportunity. First of all, for more people to go see that show, because it's gonna be hard to get tickets. I think Isleta is like 13,000 or so. All right, thank you. Good week, really good week, Adrian. Great stuff. I know you were struggling with equipment, and thanks for fighting through that. The Herd with Colin Cowherd is next. The Jim Rome show's after that. 2 Men On's in at 4. Topes and Round Rock after that. Richard Pierce, Lobo lineman on Monday. JJ Buck is he. I am Jeff Symbieta. Big weekend for you.
Huge weekend.
Enjoy it. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing, and we shall smell you on Monday.
We've been helping our neighbors save money and drive dependable cars for years, and we'd love to help you. With new Kias arriving daily, you'll love our selection and the peace of mind you'll get driving a Kia from Fiesta. So stop by and see us today at Fiesta Kia on Lomas, or just start driving now at fiestakia.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor.